在台湾创业，欢迎 Ravi。
Hello， 大家好。我是沈若丽，我是 ThinkTank 的 CEO。我是 Iron Man. That's the only Chinese I can speak. Sorry, I tried. So basically, I'm still trying to learn Chinese. I just that the work is so much that I haven't managed to get over it yet. But soon, maybe. You never know. So basically, ThinkTank is a Taiwanese company, 100%. Its headquarters is in Taiwan. It's not a representative office or a business office from somewhere else. We started this 11 months ago. End of this month, we will complete our first year in Taiwan. We started with the vision of building AI ecosystem for smart cities. It's a big vision. And we thought, let's do small things to make a big vision happen. Like everybody else in Taiwan, we started with IoT, big data and analytics. But soon, within 2 months after we found our company, we found out that unless we are Foxconn, it's really, really, really hard to actually sell IoT to bigger companies. We are a startup. We can't spend all our money marketing IoT products. And then at the same time, IoT as a concept is really, really strong. It really works, except that it doesn't work for us. So it's not that IoT is bad. It's just that we are not fit for IoT. So we thought, okay, let's do this thing. Let's take IoT as a concept as it is, but make it feasible for ThinkTank to do it ourselves. So instead, what we did was, in an IoT, you have Internet of Things, which is all the sensors, which is placed around the city. The sensors send data to the central command. You collect data, you analyze data, and you make a decision at the end. Well, we thought we can still do the same process, except we cut the cost of technology. Believe me, we are a technology company. But still, we wanted to make sure that this is feasible for a smart city to actually put this in place so that the citizens of the city can actually make it useful. So what we did was, in the Internet of Things, we removed all the sensors and we replaced those sensors with people. So instead of IoT, what we do is IOP. It's Internet of People. What do people do? People are better sensors than hardware sensors, because the hardware sensors can only send you one signal and one signal only at any given point of time. For example, if you have a temperature sensor, it can only give you temperature data. If you have a heat sensor, it can only give you heat data. If you have a water sensor, it can give you only water data. And just like your smartphones, it dies in 2 years because it's electronics. And then there's another new technology coming in. So anything which you invest money in is going to die away in 2 years, which means you call yourself as a smart city today, but in 2 years, if you don't upgrade the network, you're not a smart city anymore. So this is a bad sell for us. Like if we go to the government and say, hey, government, go put money, like say 500 billion NT dollars, which is your tax money, which you pay to the government. And then we say, oh, you know what? We spend it in 2 years. It's not useful anymore. And then we go to the government and say, hey, what? Now this time it's 1,000 billion NT dollars. Replace all the old things because it's useless. Nobody's going to use that. So put it again. And I thought, no. This is really bad idea to even present it in the first place. So that's where we changed our concept to IOP, where we said, if you as citizens have invested your tax money, which your hard-earned money, back to the government has to spend it neatly. So that way, what we want to do is invest money in the people, not on the technology. I still repeat, we are a technology company. So what we say is invest money on the people. So people are citizens of the city. They become smart citizens. And the investment on people goes much longer than 2 years. It goes for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And also the education is very, very high. If we teach one citizen, the other citizen will teach the other citizen. So that way, educating the citizen becomes much, much easier. Which makes Kawanjan, was my pronunciation right? Kawanjan? Yeah, that's the one. So we make him a smart mayor because he's now collecting data from all the citizens, and then he becomes a smart mayor and he makes smart decisions for the smart city. So why I am stressing so much on this concept is because the following two products I'm going to present is actually going to validate this particular idea. So we did CLAPPIO last year for Idea Show, and we were the top 20 best ideas for Taiwan. What this does is very simple. So if I was the mayor and if I wanted an initiative or a policy which needs to be rolled out in a city, I would create a campaign on CLAPPIO and send a URL online. I think Taipei City works online as well. So you can send a link online, and then all the citizens will load up this particular URL. Just like me, he would come on a video chat or on a TV chat, and he would present himself. And then just like the way I'm speaking, you may say, oh, something's what he's saying is good. Something's what he's saying is not good. But it's all inside your head. I don't know what you're thinking. But with this one, I know actually what you're thinking. Because when you don't like, you say, you don't like. And when you do like, you say, you do actually like. So what this means is I can see this graph in real time. Irrespective of it is like 500 people or 500,000 people, it doesn't matter. Because we're a big data company, we can collect data in real time, analyze this in real time, and actually watch this in real time to see whether whatever I'm suggesting is good or bad. So at the end of the talk, as a mayor, I would know whether I would implement this idea or not. So this could be work for B2G, which is business to governments, but it also can work to businesses because CLAPPIO is for anybody who has a vested interest in their money. If you have invested your money anywhere else, and if you want to know how your money is working, you can actually use CLAPPIO. This is 100% anonymous. Nobody would know it's you. We designed this in China in mind so that people don't get fired or shot for giving a bad review. And then again, we monetize this based on an annual subscription or monthly subscription. We thought people watch a lot of TV, so we have now converted CLAPPIO into tracking all the TV channels around the world. Oops, there you go. So we are currently testing with Toastmasters in Taiwan, and it's been now conducted in Hong Kong as well. We are also testing with the governments in our friendly friend cities in Grenoble and also in Fukuoka. So we are trying to see how this could be used in the cities, not only in Taiwan, but outside Taiwan. Oops, that's just a revenue returns on their assets. Not going good. Right. So this is EXIT. This is another product which we have done for the smart citizens. So as a citizen, how many people got lost before coming into this place without knowing which exit to take in your MRTs? Right? So you think you know where you're going, but you actually get lost in the subway destinations without knowing. So what we did was Taipei government released the exit data in 2012. Till 2015, nobody used this data at all. So what we did was, okay, fine, we'll use this data and help Taipei citizens. Because we expected this to be done by Google, but then we waited so long, Google did nothing. So we thought, well, we are Taipei citizens, Taipei company. Well, if you have somebody's going to help us, it's ourselves, right? So we said, okay, fine, we go do it. So we did this in the hackathon last year in HackNTU. And yeah, all it does is like when you get lost in an MRT, it shows you which is the nearest exit for you to go to your destination. Google has now released this to Taipei. You can check in your Google Maps. It's only live for the last 3 weeks. But they've only done this bit. They don't give you any details of the Taipei wrapper on top of it. That's us taking the awards there. This is like how are we going to make money? So on a low-end revenue, even if we did put a banner here as an advertising, at the lower end, we could say we could make 500,000 annual revenue, and at higher end, we can make 4,500,000 revenue on exit. We are working with French city and also Japanese city as well. So all these things could not have been happened if it was not for the team. We are growing, so we are looking for business partners and for developers. So if anybody wants to join, please join us. There you go. This is a short snapshot of our history, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. There's one question for you. It's about someone asked that if I want to use CLAPPIO, do I need to, other wearable devices, or I can use it only by my cell phone?
You can use it only by your cell phone.
Okay.
You have to type clap.io. You can type it in your browser now, and then you could see a list of campaigns which are actually currently running.
Okay.
So you just click on the campaign, and then you get those two buttons, and you can actually press those buttons. And if you give you a QR code, we can take you straight into the campaign as well.
Okay. But I guess you guys might need to do some tests, because a friend said nothing happened after I pressed the face icon in CLAPPIO.
Correct. The reason, because we don't want people to be too much concentrating on our app. Even though we love our app, we want you to concentrate on me, not on the app. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we don't gamify it too much, so that the speaker loses the interest, and then you actually concentrate more on the app. So it's just a feedback tool. How do you feel? You feel good? Just feel, and then continue listening to the person. If you feel bad, keep hitting the face.
Okay, I see. Cool. And he said, but the idea is cool. So.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Ravi.
Cheers.